This is Western Mass News.
Just 1 month after police announced their efforts to crack down on crime in one area of Springfield, there's expanded services underway to get guns off the streets and help others get behind bars. Good Monday evening, everyone. Welcome to Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Abby Carnevale. Western Mass News reporter Matt Satilli is live in Springfield with more. Matt?
Abby and Chris, this task force was set up after a deadly month of June. Now, while there was a massive improvement in July, according to officials, there's still more work to be done.
You want to knock down gun violence in America, in urban America? You keep these repeat violent criminal offenders off our streets.
On Monday afternoon, Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno stood beside his working group of community leaders coming together to limit gun violence in the city.
Every young person is one caring adult away from a success story.
After 4 deadly shootings in the month of June and the establishment of the Firearms Investigation Unit, officials announced that all year there was a record low number of shooting arrests in July. In fact, of the 203 illegally possessed firearms as of July 29th, nearly 100 were seized by the Firearms Investigation Unit. The latest sting at and in the area of 41 to 49 School Street, where 11 people were arrested, 10 of them for trespassing onto Springfield Gardens property. And Springfield Deputy Chief Stephen Kent tells Western Mass News that's not all.
In addition to the arrests that we made, we trespassed somewhere around 24 individuals who don't live there. So we're going to go back in at some point this week and clear them out again. This time they'll be subject to arrest.
And in addition to the low crime numbers in July, Mayor Sarno is focusing on a new way to help people behind bars.
I've also funding a new initiative with Sheriff Cochise Department, a re-entry initiative for those who have done the right thing and have not committed hideous crimes like these individuals here.
Another shooting happening over the weekend on Layford Terrace in the South End sent 3 juveniles to the hospital. Officials tell me they all have non-life-threatening injuries, and that incident remains under investigation. Reporting live in Springfield, Matt Satilli, Western Mass News.